Mr. Lee.
I rise in opposition to this amendment. I think it's important for us to remember that as members of this committee, we can make any change to any rule that we want. As delegates, we can choose to vote for whomever we choose on the floor, ultimately, assuming the rules allow that. A lot of the focus today has been, understandably, on expanding our party, making its appeal broader, making those who have felt excluded from it feel more included. And that's important. We send the opposite signal every time we take our rules and we clamp down on our rules further. We make it less possible for delegates to exercise their right to have a voice in this process. Now, I think our elections are absolutely important. They're essential. They're fundamental. Delegates traditionally, historically, have been considered honor-bound to follow the outcome of their state's primary election, and they overwhelmingly have done so. But historically, it has also been the case that delegates have retained some option, some choice on their own to make their own decisions in the unusual event that they find some conscious binding reason why they can't do that. At the end of the day, we have to remember that it's important for our presidential nominees to win at two levels. First, to win the primaries, and then to win over the delegates. It almost always happens. I hope that whoever our nominee is going to be this time will, in fact, win over the delegates. But rules like this are not going to help that. This problem, this angst, as we will see in a few days, isn't just going to go away just because we paper over it with rules. So I say to Mr. Trump and those aligned with him, make the case to those delegates who want to have a voice. Make the case that they should use their voice to support him. Don't make the case that their voices should be silenced. That's not going to help. It's not going to help elect him president. It's not going to help our party in the long run. Thank you.
Mr. Munisteri.
I have great respect for Senator Lee, as we all do, for representing our conservative values. But, sir, I have to take issue with you on something. My understanding is that you represent the grassroots. And yet what I don't understand about your logic is you want to ignore what are really the grassroots, which are millions and millions and millions of voters who voted for Donald Trump, and instead transfer the opinion and the expression of that opinion through a vote to a couple thousand delegates. Now, to me, if we're really representing the grassroots and we're really representing conservatism, we listen to those voices and we exercise our responsibility. But more importantly, we advance the conservative cause. The only way to advance the conservative cause is through a strong Republican Party that is united to defeat Hillary Clinton and the Democrats this fall. That's the only way to do it. Sir, there is nobody else running for president in this party right now than Donald Trump. No other person has said, I am running, I will accept your nomination. Nobody is vetting vice presidents. Nobody is raising money with the Republican National Committee to prepare for the battle, which begins in 2 months with early voting. I have been involved in the conservative movement since 1972, 44 years. A precinct chair, a door knocker, a member of the Reagan Youth Brigade up here at the last convention. And I will tell you that the most important thing to me is we don't let the left wing take over our country this fall. And the only thing that's standing between that happening is our victory with our nominee and our ticket. It is time, sir, for you and everyone else to come together to say this party will be united and we will defeat the Democrats, and these motions are a way to do it. Thank you, and I do applaud you for your service.